Hello and welcome to Beyond the Plate with Carol, where we will explore food and a little beyond. So come along with me on this journey and see what we uncover. Lines out the door, smokers running in the parking lot through rain, snow, and sleet. Ben Normandeau went from being an electrician to cold calling a Texas Monthly top 50 barbecue joint to train, and now he runs 603 BBQ in Concord with pitmaster Andrew Moran, who's been with him since the beginning. People drive from Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, all over just to get in line before they sell out. It's Texas style, no sauce, just meat, salt, pepper, and 13 hours in the smoker. Today we're talking about the leap from electrician to pitmaster, training in Texas, the daily grind of tending smokers, and what it takes to build something from the ground up. Let's go beyond. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Beyond the Plate with Carol. We are proudly sponsored by the Red Air Diners. We have 4 locations in Manchester, Londonderry, Concord, and Nashua. All are open 24 hours. Featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives with Guy Fieri, and serving the community since 1922.
Shout out to the Queen's Dinner.
Queen's Diner.
I get it for dinner. I get it for dinner.
Do you get it for dinner?
I call it the Queen's Dinner.
Queen Diner. That's funny. I love it. I love it. So before we dive in, Ben, just let people know where they can find you, like where you're located, maybe some socials. Although now with socials, you just really have to Google and it pops up.
Yeah. So we're in a little industrial park in Concord, New Hampshire, 126 Hall Street, Unit A. You pull in through the back and you we'll see the smokers and our food truck and the piles of wood. And yeah, it's not much signage, but you'll see the people.
Yeah, you'll see the line.
You'll see the line.
Yeah. And then, just social media is at 603 BBQ. And our website is bbqnh.com.
Perfect. Love it. Love it. So, Ben, you graduated high school 2017.
Yes.
And you became an electrician. And then you completely pivoted to barbecue during the pandemic. So, talk to me. How did that all come about?
Yeah, I was just bored. My dad.
Had you always done things with, smoking,
really?
Meat and stuff?
No, I mean, I would always go to barbecue places with my dad. He was in the culinary industry, but I never really got into it. He always wanted me to get into it, but I never really...
You were smart at the time.
Yeah. Yes, I never really got interested until COVID happened. I had a little Weber kettle, the little black grill that everybody has in their backyard, and just started looking up YouTube videos on how to smoke meat with that, and just kind of something that happened, I guess. I don't even know really how, but it just... got interested in it from Instagram or, seeing things online and just became a passion.
Okay. That is so interesting. So because my husband loves smoking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like his thing. As a matter of fact, I saw your job posting and I screenshotted it and I sent it to him. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to go see Ben.
Yes.
Laughing. Yes. He saw the 2 a.m. and we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
And he went, oh.
Yes. It's funny. I see like a meme that goes around. It's like, I'm a little early, but it's men in their 30s either get into like World War II documentaries heavily or smoking meat. And
really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I guess I picked smoking meat first.
Wow. So, Andrew, how did you get involved? Like, when did you meet Brian and what made you want to join him on this journey?
So, I mean, we've known each other since high school. He was buddies with my brother. He's 2 years older than me. But I worked at a place called Smoke Show. I was going to say, we got to give Smoke Show a shout out. That was my first job out of high school when I was 18, and I started as a dishwasher there with Matt Graffair. And that's where I kind of just learned hands-on how to do barbecue. That was kind of the spot in town. And my brother worked there before me, so it was an easy job when he joined the Navy.
And so me and my dad would always go get barbecue.
Oh,
that was kind of
the only game in town.
Yeah, that was the local spot for sure. And then
that's right. That's in Concord.
Yeah,
right.
So that's where I spent about 5 years just working there, working my way up the food chain, if you will. I ended up kind of as a manager there, making the schedule and kind of just being a big puzzle piece there, which was great. I loved working there. And then that's when Ben kind of got the food truck, started making his own food, and was like, hey, I got a food truck. Would you want to maybe... It's
join
funny,
me?
At the time, it was lighten the load, work easier days. But here we are 3 years later, working 15-hour days. It kind of worked out because I had a lot of hands-on experience. We knew each other. And it was just an easy way it was kind of just the stars aligning. So that's that's kind of how it ended up, and it's been good ever since.
So
far, so good.
Yeah. What did your families think about this when you started? Like, you know, you went from electrician.
Yeah. I mean, I think they were nervous.
I would say probably worse for him. He had a real job.
Yeah.
I was just doing this already.
No. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, probably not thrilled, but always supportive. I mean, they would all, my family's, I was open like a month and a half before I hired Andrew, and it was my family that helped me. My mom, my dad, my stepbrother Chandler.
Shout out to Gail.
Yeah, everybody.
Gail's Kitchen.
Yes, my mom. We cooked everything in there, so they were supportive as could be, but definitely probably a little bit.
She wasn't thrilled about having a 500-gallon smoker in her yard.
Yeah,
that wasn't a great yard ornament. And then a food truck in the driveway every night.
Yeah,
that was fun backing up.
Yeah, but no, they were great. Like I couldn't thank them enough. I call my dad all the time. My dad moved to South Carolina like right when I opened to get away from the winter, and so I called him all the time for recipe help and all that stuff. So
nice.
But yeah, he came up. He was my pitmaster when on my first day open. It was me and my dad in the food truck, and yeah, some things definitely went awry as to be expected on the first day. But
of course,
yeah.
If it doesn't, there's something wrong.
Right. But yeah, it's family from the start. So
let's talk about cold called Zavala's Barbecue.
Yes.
A Texas monthly top 50 spot in Grand Prairie, Texas. So how did that all, like, what was in your mind? How did that all come about?
So I
mean, it's brilliant, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out, Joe.
Yeah, Joe Zavala is the best.
The man.
In Texas, it's like a Bible barbecue. Everybody just goes around and they tour barbecue restaurants on the weekend. That's what they do. And so there's a big magazine called Texas Monthly, and they have a barbecue editor. His name's Daniel Vaughn, and he goes around. He's got a team of people that just do barbecue stories exclusively. And every 4 years, they have a list that comes out. They try, I think it's over 400 or 500 restaurants, because there's barbecue literally every single corner in Texas, and it's all great, but they go try them all, and then they make compile a list of the top 50 every year, and the top 10 are numbered in order, and then it's just the 40 are on the list. But yeah, so I hit every one of them that I could find on Instagram, and just said, like, I'm an electrician, I work hard, I would love to come. I have a passion for barbecue. I'd love to come join you. And I wanted to work down there
and learn.
At the time. Yeah.
Yeah, you almost moved.
I wanted to move down there. But Joe Zavala talked some sense into me. So he was the only person that got back to me. He said, yeah, come. And that was literally it. And so I booked the trip. I showed up.
So for how long were you there?
For the first time, I was probably only there for 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I booked an Airbnb and flew down. Showed up at 2 a.m. to Zavala's, and
so he took you under his wing to show you the ropes and show you,
And when I got there, he's like, I didn't think you were going to show up. He said, nobody's ever, plenty of people have asked to come, and nobody's ever paid for a plane ticket to come down here, paid for a hotel, and got the Uber and showed up here. So he's like, whatever you want to learn.
And I also learned something. I didn't realize what exactly Texas barbecue was. Like smoke show when you work there. Yeah. Is it Texas barbecue?
Yes. So it's,
I didn't know that.
Like I love the intro. It was great with like the no sauces. So that's essentially what it is. It's like the meat speaks for itself, salt and pepper type thing. But we are New England, and people love our sauces up here. And we actually
are sauce people.
We started off with just 3 sauces, just an original, a sweet sauce, and a mustard. But I mean, we got to give a shout out to Jake. If Ben's 1 and I'm 2, he's definitely 2A. He took those 3 sauces and kind of evolved those with. If anyone's listening, they've had them. They know the apple maple barbecue sauce is really good. The cranberry,
they all are.
He made a cranberry for Thanksgiving, and that was delicious. So we definitely have kind of tweaked. It's kind of New England Texas barbecue because people like things sweet up here. It was funny when we first opened. There was a lot of. Ooh, this is hot. This is spicy. This is what'd you put in there? But it's really just salt and pepper. Nothing crazy. Like, obviously, we'll spice up some things. We like to have kind of an array of flavors, if you will. But it's funny because, stuff that we're putting out thinking it's sweet, people will come in and say, oh, it's a little spicy. And then stuff that we're thinking is spicy, people don't want, or they want hotter. I'm sure you try to please as many people as you can. But sauces are big up here. So we tell people none of the meats need the sauce, and
they don't.
They don't.
And when I go, it's funny you're saying that because I am a sauce girl. You should see my fridge. It's not even funny. But when I go and I'll put some sauce and in the little ramekin things, and I don't end up using it.
I was going to say,
don't need it.
Take it if
you are
you like,
exactly
but,
right.
It's great.
Yeah.
I almost like the sauces just by themselves. You just cap them up, take them home for your chicken nuggets.
So, okay, let's go back to you going down to Texas. So you did it that first time, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And did you like, how was your feeling? Like, what did you feel when you were
nervous? I was very nervous. I remember calling my mom, like, I don't know if I want to show up there. It was just a complete random place.
Random, but
middle of Texas. Yeah. It was nerve-wracking for sure.
Joe's a mensch, though.
Yeah, no.
Joe's the best.
They're the nicest guys ever. So, yeah, no, it was the best thing that could happen.
So when you left and you were on your way home, what were you feeling? Like, what were you saying to yourself in the plane on your way home? Like, what were you?
It's that, I'm ready to do this. So
how many more times did you go back?
3 or 4 more times. Everything was in process at that point. So we were developing recipes, rubs. I had the smoker in the yard already. So I would just kind of slowly learn to do things as, one brisket on a giant 500-gallon smoker, couple racks of ribs, and still just kind of feed my friends and feed people to see if it was any good. And it caught on quick. And then I went back down as I was building my food truck to kind of just do one more push of everything, just to, regain all the knowledge. And came back, I think that was Memorial Day weekend, and opened up. Me and my dad. And it was a line inside we were outside in the parking lot, went inside to Litherman's and down the bar. And, so
I've waited in it.
It's gotten much bigger since then, but it was still mind blowing to have a line of people waiting for, barbecue.
It is. It really is. So what do you think you learned from him that you don't think you could have learned anywhere else? Like,
it's really just, it's not all that crazy it's a task for sure, but like, just let it ride. He's, it's not a crazy science. Like, everything will come out good. I'll fail, definitely, but
also Joe's very much, because I met Joe. I've gone down with Ben back when we started working together. We took a trip down to Texas, and I met Joe, and he's very much like just do it. You got to do it. You got to start. You got to do it. You can't talk about doing it. You got to do it.
Just do it.
So that was really the biggest leap, was just like stop talking about doing it. Next year we'll be talking about how you did it, not how you're going to be doing it. So, that Joe's, but he's also a little crazy in that sense. He's also the one who keeps telling us to buy more smokers. So
he's been right every time.
Yeah, he's been right every time though. He's like, hey,
has he come up here?
Not yet.
Yeah, that's in the works.
That's going to be amazing.
Yes.
Might be too cold for him up here.
Yeah,
right, for sure. We'll have to come maybe in the summer or fall.
Yes. No, it is in the works.
Yes. I mean, he must be so proud of you.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
He still messages me all the time, texts me.
Love it.
And,
oh my gosh. You said that he's like family to you now.
Yeah, he is. Text him on the holidays, and he's a huge part of, he's the biggest part of how this started, really, because if I hadn't have gone there, I don't know what would have happened. So, and the brisket is just everything I learned from him. Yeah,
I was gonna say that if you go down to Zavala, you might taste a few similarities, because he was very open with, he's an open book in the sense where he's like, hey, if you want this to taste like this, use this. There wasn't really hiding anything, where he was never like, hey, these are my recipes.
Like trying to keep it secret.
Yeah. Nope.
I'm the same way, like even with the diner, like when we were on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, that was like so many years ago.
So cool, by the way.
Thank you. You guys were just babies. Because it was like 18 years ago.
That's a great show. That's a great
17
show.
years ago that we were on there. I can't even believe that he's been around for that long. It just seems like yesterday. It really does. But he tried our American chop suey. And first of all, he didn't know what American chop suey was, which I thought was hilarious.
Is that
right?
a New England thing?
It is a New England thing. He didn't know what whoopie pies were
I didn't
either.
know that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I thought everywhere. I thought it was all of America. What the heck?
So after it aired, people kept asking us, what's your recipe? And I'm like, give it to us. Like, we did a cookbook and we were in it. And, my father and whoever, they're like, well, you can't give the recipe. I'm like, are you serious? Like, what are they going to do? Go open up a... You know what I mean? Like, come on. So sharing, that's, I love that. I mean, look what he created, really.
And we try to do the same thing. Like last year he did a barbecue. He did a class, almost like a brisket class. We had, 20 people or
like 15
people. Yeah. For a lucky 15, if you will. I got to come in and kind of work through the whole process. They all trimmed a brisket
You guys
together.
process.
Yeah, so they
my
came in.
husband would love that.
It was last winter though. That was the only time that we had the time to do it. So there's a funny picture outside of everybody bundled up by the smoker, being like, and it's just essentially, this is the smoker, because obviously we couldn't do a whole brisket smoke with 15 people for 12 hours or whatever it was. So it was kind of just like the highlights of like, hey, this is how you do it. This is how you can do it at your own house. I love that. So like, yeah, we don't try to hide anything up here either.
I love it.
Anyone can do it.
So you are the one that does the day-to-day in the pit,
yes,
as they call it. Just take me through a typical day.
Oh, well, it depends on if it's a brisket day or if it's not a brisket day. But because they're long, we might as well do a brisket day, say a Friday. So a Friday.
So is it certain days you have it only?
Well, so we have to kind of space out our briskets. So like there have been times where we do a brisket smoke every day, where that's just that's hard. It's hard on the body, if you will. So what we do is we'll do a brisket smoke every 2 days, and that was another secret that we learned down in Texas, where they're like, hey, you can longer the better. Hold them. They'll hold for another day, and they're just as good. Okay. We have found that that's the case.
Yeah.
So
sometimes when they sit, yeah,
exactly, lower and
they're
slower.
Resting.
Exactly. So Friday's a big brisket smoke day. We'll do 32 briskets. So we get there at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 2 o'clock is what that's when it can be. On a very busy day, we get there at 2 just to get ready for it. Or if the snow's coming down and I know I got to shovel a little bit before I start the fires.
Right.
But
you work in the elements. I mean,
yeah, that's fun though. I feel like I'm in Red Dead Redemption. I feel like Arthur Morgan. But
now, are you with him? Like,
sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah. So Ben being the owner, and he's got to have a brain for the rest of the day.
Right.
So like people start calling him for stuff at around 9,
right,
where you got to be fresh for that, and that's where the understanding is where I've been doing it for a long time now. So I'm like, hey man, I can take care of this end of it, and you can take care of the owning aspect of it. I'm sure there's a lot to owning a business.
We wear many hats.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So, but he does throw on that pitmaster hat quite a bit. But this is the thing. It's also easier to, like, I'm wearing like 6 layers when I come into work every day. So when I go inside to a 70-degree room, it's best I just stay outside now and he stays inside. So it's very much a team effort with whoever's working with me in the morning. Some days it's Ben. Ideally, it's not necessarily Ben, so he can be coming later in the day and close and be a face for the restaurant. So yeah, so we get there at 6. Whoever's with me in the morning. Oh, sorry, did I say 6? 3. Sorry. Someone will start getting all those briskets ready. They'll season them up. There's about 33 of them. 33. I mean, if I really stuff them on there, I can get like 36 if they're smaller. But I try not to overstuff the smoker. But yeah, so that
because you got to get the smoker going too.
Yeah, so when I get there, as soon as I get there, I get my wood going, I get my paper going, we do have a propane torch. We call it the cheater. If I need it, I will use it. That's a front in the wintertime. Summertime, I don't really need it that much because it's hot enough outside.
Sometimes the coals are still there.
Yeah, sometimes the coals will just kind of hang out overnight, and I love that.
Right.
That is nice. So I'll get the fires going, and that takes. I mean, now we have 3 smokers. So. And on a Friday, I know I'm going to be using all 3 of those smokers. So it takes me about 30, 45 minutes to get all of those going to where, like, I'll get one going, set it, get it, chop wood for the next one, get that one going, chop wood for the next one. And then by the time that third one's going, it's time to kick that next one. So it's like
chop wood too?
Yes, hand chopped, I tell people. It makes it taste better. But it's good. It keeps me warm in the morning. I'm getting the fires going, and in that 30, 45-minute period, they're getting all those briskets, and they're getting those ribs, and they're getting things seasoned up for me. So when we roll it out to the smoker, I can throw them on, keep those fires going, and then we bring it in, and then it's the next round of whatever is going on that day. So typically it's briskets first because they take the longest. We start doing service, so that's pork stuff. So like we'll do like 30 racks of ribs some days. We'll do on our busy days because it's also a matter of, like we tell people all the time, we would love to make all the food we can, but we only have 3 smoke. We only have so much space, and it takes a full shift. It takes 8 hours just to make the food for 12 o'clock. So we'd have to start cooking more food at 10 or whatever it would be as I'm pulling more. we haven't worked that system out yet. We're still a little shop in the corner of a lot. So yeah, we'll get the pork going. They start getting other service stuff going. Everything is made fresh every day. The mac and cheese, the sides, the beans, the elote, all that stuff. That's what the crew's kind of doing inside. In the summertime, it's a little bit easier for me to kind of go back inside and outside because I'm not wearing all my layers. But yeah, so it takes about 3 or 4 people in the morning, ideally, to get all the food ready, and then people start coming in around 10 for service because we have our kind of our cooking prepping crew, and then we have kind of our service crew. There's some bleed over between that. But yeah, it's definitely a team effort. It's not just one or the other. It's definitely a team effort. Shout out to the team.
Yes, because the team.
I was going to say, shout out Jake. Andy's been there since early too. There's a lot of Andrews, big Andrews on staff. There's 3 of us, too many.
So when does your day end?
Oh, that is up in the air. That's kind of depending on because
cooking must end at some point.
Yes,
right.
So it depends on
before service.
Service starts at 12. And when all things are going according to plan and it's not raining crazy on me and it's not 2 degrees outside, I can get the food off. I can get the food off around like 11:15, 11:30 sometimes. So usually sometimes it's right to the wire where it's like, all right, just the stuff needs to rest for a little bit and then we can fire it up. But stuff also comes off, like turkey only takes like 2 to 3 hours to smoke. So that is kind of
like easy peasy.
Yeah, I know. There's some potatoes. Those are easy. Oh, I can do those in my sleep. But yeah, so it's kind of just but every day is the same, cooking the same food. And I say that, but we do try and do specials whenever we can. We've kind of fallen off a little bit in the cold weather just because a lot of times we would use a grill or something like that to help with those specials. But since it's so cold, we can't really do that. And I don't know if people know, I'm sure they know if they've come and they've seen, but we don't really have a kitchen, so to speak. The smoker is the kitchen. So everything gets smoked. There's no ovens, there's nothing like that. It's smoked. The smokers are that's the secret. That's why everything tastes so good. So yeah, depending on the day, if it's a brisket day, like we said, those are typically getting wrapped around 11 or 12, and that takes another couple more hours to finish off. And so I'm pulling those off some days like 2 or 3. And then when we rest it before it goes in the warmer for about 45 minutes to an hour, and they go in the warmer. So there are certainly days when I'm the one doing that, beginning to end, which is fine. That's kind of the bed we've made for ourselves, which is fine. I tell people all the time I wouldn't do it if people didn't like it. So people love it. So that's great. And there are also days where Ben will say, all right, Ben doesn't have a huge load on his plate. Like, I can finish these briskets. And so we'll split that up quite a bit. And then there are also days where, we have a catering the next day. I got to start cooking food for that anyway. So I'll be there a little bit longer doing that. But it's also, even when the food's done, it's a team effort. So we try to help each other out. If there's dishes that could be done, I'll do those dishes. Before we had it's not very big. Before we had our 12-person staff, and it was just the 4 or 5 of us. Everyone was there it was long days. So we wouldn't close till 8 and we wouldn't start closing till, we wouldn't get out of there till 10 o'clock most days, like all 4 of us. So that's kind of how it started. So now when I get out at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, even going in at 3, it doesn't feel like crazy. It's like, wow, I was only there for 12 hours. What do you know? But it's good. We're definitely working on streamlining it. That's what we know. We need to get more people on those smokers, but it's tough because there's a lot of just inherent knowledge that we have that you can't necessarily just tell someone. I can't really write down
that's a tough
everything that that's in my head. So no one needs to read that. So so yeah, it's just kind of but it won't open 4 days a week. I'm smoking 5 days a week, so it can certainly be tiring towards the end of the week, but it's great. It's not. We're working with our friends. My little sister works there. We work with our family, so it's good. We all went to this. Just about everybody there went to Concord High.
There you go.
We all went to high school together, so it's good. It's not as miserable as people think it is. It's long, but it's not miserable.
So Ben, maybe for somebody that hasn't been there, Shame on you if you haven't. I tell so many people, like, are you kidding me? Like, get over there. You just got to get there. You got to get in line. And it's so worth it.
Yeah.
Walk people through the door as you go in. What can they expect when you go in? Even before you get to the door, because sometimes you're standing outside waiting, which is fun. I had a blast, like, when we went like 3 weeks ago or whatever, just talking with people. And, it was so cool. You meet people from like all over.
Customers
because people from all over are going to your place, which...
No, it's a blessing.
It's like Six Flags.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's... I don't know. It's
like, what does that feel like?
It's amazing. Like, it's mind blowing, really. We always go inside and look at the line like 15 minutes before we open. We're like, it's
like, gee whiz.
Yeah. It's really just a loss for words at how much support people give us. And our customer, like, we have a new kid that just started and he worked at a taco shop in Alton. And he said people would yell at them and scream at them. And also, people aren't very nice. I mean, people are great, but people can be nasty at restaurants to restaurant workers to just look down upon. But every single one of our customers is happy to be there and appreciative of us, appreciative of everybody else that's there. Everybody talks in line. People meet each other.
Yes.
Like, barbecue at the end of the day is about bringing people together. That's kind of why we have in Texas, there's big, just wide open tables. So you just sit family style. And that's why we serve it family style. It's just everybody's meant to eat off the same plate.
We're all family.
Yeah. So, no, it's amazing that people have been taking the time to come up to the spot and try it. It's amazing.
So, do you remember when you first had your first sold out day and you had to close early?
Yeah. It was the first day.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have our menu mounted. Is it mounted anymore?
It's definitely, I don't know. We might have stolen the frame for, I think the frame fell apart, so we didn't want it on the wall anymore. But we do still have it in the back, the first menu, still written on the paper.
On the paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the first day. Not nearly enough food.
And he didn't have 3 smokers at the time, so it wasn't. But still,
your first day. That was with you and your dad.
It was awesome.
Yeah, me and my dad.
I mean, you must have been like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, the support from day one's been overwhelming. Can't thank everybody enough for that.
We still got some day oneers too.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them, because we got to know our customers, which is cool. Like, it almost felt like we were seeing friends every time that we've met. We've actually made a lot of friends through they were customers, and then they just became friends. And shout out to Julian. We'll go fishing soon, I promise. But yeah, like you were saying, like, people talk in the line and it's fun. It's it's a good environment, and we're very lucky that people are happy to wait in line.
I mean, if you would have told me I'd wait in line for an hour, I would say you are crazy.
Thank you. I almost lost my train of thought. So I was going to say, you asked like what it's like going there. So like, we will warn people. It is a bit of a line. Like, it's kind of crazy. But before we have a new system now. Before we just wanted, because we felt bad about that line. So we wanted to get people through that line as quick as possible. So we would just pile up tickets. We would get like 30 tickets at a time and just be like, all right. And then we would tell people, all right, you just got to wait a little bit. So they weren't waiting in line as long, but now they're waiting for their food. So it's like, it's that back and forth where
you learn that along the way.
Yes,
and that's exactly what you guys are doing.
And it also made it tougher because we're like, oh, we have 30 orders here and we might have oversold a little bit on some of this food. So, and that is terrible. We hate. And that kind of happens when you have a sellout type of system and you still have a bunch of people in line, where we're getting rid of those scraps. So it's sometimes it's hard when it's like you only have 3 orders of beans left and you accidentally sold 4. It's like, but like we said, people are more than happy. They're like, hey, we understand. We know how it is. You guys are obviously busy. But yeah, I would just, with our new system, the wait is a little bit longer. That's where the hour wait kind of came from.
When I got inside, of course, because I'm all about, looking and seeing how you guys are doing things. And, camaraderie is amazing.
Yeah.
Watching all of you guys back there.
Oh, yeah.
It really is a dance. I mean, it is.
Crazy.
For sure.
And I heard them say, we're going to hold off just a little bit. We're going to get caught up. I mean, they just handled it, beautifully, really. Very, very.
Yeah, so now we trying, the line is a little bit longer. You'll meet some friends in line, but the wait for the food is much shorter. So like last Saturday, I think it was, they were telling me that it was a smooth day. So like it was crazy busy, but they were saying they only had like some tickets for 2 minutes, like 1 to 2 minute tickets.
Well,
so you're going to wait an hour, but then just for people listening, once you get to the counter, it should only be about 10 minutes from there tops before you'll be eating some barbecue.
Yeah. This episode is powered by Red Arrow Diner. All 4 locations officially open around the clock. Swing by Manchester, Nashua, Concord, or Londonderry whenever hunger hits. From pancakes at 2 a.m. to fries and gravy for breakfast, we've got your cravings covered. Red Arrow, New Hampshire's favorite 24-hour diner tradition. So Ben, let's talk about the menu a little bit. Like what? I love watching your reels when you're snapping the sausages.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh! So you must create those?
Yep,
I imagine.
Yep, I do.
So walk me through that process. You just play, fool around. Oh my God, I think this is going to be good.
There's a base of every sausage that I have percentages for. Like a salt content and moisture liquid and all of that good stuff. But yeah, just kind of try to play with it. That's where I get to get creative.
Right. He's pitmaster. He takes care of that stuff.
I was about to say, that's sausage is really
you
where...
do that also, overlooking it. But,
yeah. That's where I get to have fun. And just kind of try to build off of jalapeno cheddar and do different cheese and pepper combos. And then we have the sweet ones that, the maple blueberry Gouda. Shout out.
That was delicious.
Yeah. Dane's Barbecue in Texas is where I learned that one. Bobby does one too at Tuckaway Tavern.
Yeah.
We had a Korean beef sausage.
But yeah, Korean beef, Italian pizza. Just kind of try to take dishes that I like.
Italian pizza sausage?
Yeah. So it's got a bunch of Italian herbs, fennel seeds, mozzarella cheese, a pizza basil, sauce is the liquid.
We had a hot link. We had a Texas hot link one time. Please read what it says on the menu. There was a hot link one time, and a lady came back crying, saying, I didn't know it was going to be hot.
Yes.
Well, geez.
And we said, lady, I'm sorry, but we did the best we could do. It says hot links.
Let's talk about what can they expect on the menu.
Yeah,
pretty much on a day-to-day. Yeah, you vary some of your sausages and stuff, but your staple items.
Yeah, so it's a meat market menu, Texas style. So meat's by the half pound up top. You can get as much or as
we always
little
get that
want.
combo platter.
Yes, you can get the combo platters too. It just kind of makes it easier for people.
And it gives you a variety.
Yeah, without spending a ton of money, and try to give you just about enough as you need. But I do it all the time. When we go to barbecue places in Texas, people go way overboard ordering barbecue. It's because they want to try it all, and people eat with their eyes. So if it looks good, they keep going. And we have that factor right there when you walk in. The slicing is right next to the register, so we give out samples, and we can upsell people that way. So it makes them get more. But
yeah, classics, if you will. Brisket, St. Louis ribs,
barbacoa.
That's a fun one.
Favorite.
People say that a lot. It's not too overpowering?
No.
I mean, personally, we're making all the food, but it's not like we can eat all the food all the time. But the barbacoa to me seems like it really sucks in that pepper. But people love it. People are saying it's
so good. It's not even funny.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good to hear.
All of it is. Really.
No, that's good.
It really is.
No wrong answers. That's what I tell people.
Yeah. Even your mac and cheese.
Yeah, he got the loaded stuff, the nachos, loaded cornbread.
I haven't tried the nachos
loaded smoked potato. That's probably the best bang for your buck. So it's like a pound potato before we do anything to it. And then we load it with butter, sour cream, cheese, meat chopper if you're choosing, and we have our veg.
So you can get
on top of
barbacoa
that.
on a
certainly. Oh yeah. And then you get a barbecue drizzle on top of that. We have a chipotle crema. That's another one of Jake's creations. That's fantastic on really anything you want to put that on. But as far as the meats go, turkey. That's Ben's favorite. I
haven't tried the turkey.
Yeah, don't sleep on the turkey.
I'm going to ruin my pun on air. I can't use it ever again, but it really flies under the radar. But I tell people all the time, definitely order the turkey.
That's what I get at Red Arrow. I'm not even going to lie. Turkey dinner. I'm not lying. Turkey dinner is my favorite.
I want Red Arrow. These cups are staring at me, and I want
I'll take you up to the store.
Oh,
I'll hook you up.
I haven't eaten yet today.
Well, no, I mean the store up in the office.
Ooh.
For mugs. Maybe a T-shirt too. But anyway, what about the
Texas Twinkies?
Okay. Oh, I can't believe we forgot
Texas
the
Twinkies.
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't.
Secret weapon.
Yeah, that's a staple.
I get one of those every time I go.
Yes, they're good.
So good.
It's a lot of work.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the most time-consuming thing actually out of anything on the menu.
That sausage. Yeah.
It takes. What'd you say? You bought 75 pounds of them today? So we bought 75 pounds of jalapenos. Those will be
that's a lot of freaking jalapenos.
and 3 boxes.
When does this come out?
2 weeks.
Oh, okay. I was going to say 2 weeks ago, they were huge. But they
vary.
Yeah, because it varies,
it's
right?
tough. Like this last weekend, they were all tiny. So like we were making like 80 a day. And there was one day we had to do 2 for $6 because they were so small. And then it sucks because we know half that line wants Twinkies, but it's that first half that's going to get them because they're going to go quick. But yeah, those are all shucked by hand. Those are then stuffed by hand with the mix, the cream cheese and brisket. And then those are once again by hand wrapped in bacon. So there's those 3 steps with each one of those. So it is. And that was the first thing that people would come and say, "Oh, you ran out of Twinkies? Come on, you can't make more Twinkies?" And we'd be like, "Would you like to come in and make more Twinkies with us?"
All right. So people are driving from like all over, like Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, who knows where, right? Well, you have that mapped in the dining room, which I love. I love looking at that.
Yeah.
When did you say, "Oh my gosh, this is huge. This is like bigger than Concord.
Get a little out of hand.
This is big."
Probably not too long ago when we put that map up. It's when people kept telling us where they'd come from.
That's when you could see it.
Travel. Yeah.
It's a great visual.
Yeah, it's a great visual.
Cool.
But I mean, I remember there was these 2 guys that came in. They were like, it was we sold out. Like we were just about selling out. Like we had scraps. I think we had like a few potatoes left. So like that's what's nice about the potato too is we can throw meat on top of that, and then that's a meal. So these 2 guys came in and they were like so excited, and we were like, about to break the news to them that they are not getting brisket. They're not getting what they probably wanted. And they're like, "Oh, we just drove from Pittsburgh." And we're like, we're thinking New Hampshire, like, "Oh, Pittsburgh." Yeah. They're like, no, Pennsylvania. We're like, "No, you didn't." They're like, yeah, like 9 hours. We drove up here and we're convincing ourselves like, "Oh, he must have met up with a guy and then they came up here." Like they did not come up here for this. Because then we felt terrible, but we gave them what we had, and they were still thrilled. They were happy, and we don't know what Pittsburgh they were talking about to this day, but they were great.
Well, even if it's Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, right?
They said, when we asked, we didn't want to keep prying. We didn't want to be like, "Are you sure you know where you're from?" But they said that they drove from Pennsylvania, so that
we had Ray,
and that was Ray. Oh my God! Shout out to Ray. Ray came in, we were sold out, and he's from Connecticut. He drove up from 4 hours from Connecticut. We were sold out, unfortunately. It was a busy day. I think was it a Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday night, Saturday, like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, 4 o'clock. So which sucks because if you go to a restaurant, they would have food at 4. But we are very unique in that sense. But Ray was like, he was like, "Oh, that's okay. I'm sleeping in my car." And we're like, "What?" And this was like
for the next day.
It was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Like it was cold. He's like, "Oh no, I'll camp. I'll sleep in my car. I brought my sleeping bag." And we're like, "What? What do you?" I'm like, all right. And then the next day came on, and then he, sure enough, I didn't hear about it till the next day. I didn't know about it. And then a guy came up to the smoker. He's like, "Hey, I'm Ray." And I'm like,
"Oh my
Ray." I'm like, "You wouldn't sleep outside, did you?" He goes, "No, it was too cold. I looked it up on your state registry." He goes, "I wouldn't have been allowed to have a fire. I didn't have a license for it." So he's like, I had to get a hotel room. But he goes, "But I'm here." And we're like, oh my God. So he would have slept in his car. He would have camped. But unfortunately, the law said otherwise. He had to get a room. But we loaded him up the next morning. He was the first guy in line, and he was happy. He sent us pictures of feeding his family. Ray's awesome. Shout out to Ray.
Aww.
But
that's what it's all about,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
I mean, people enjoying your food. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So Ben, you sell out pretty much every single day.
Yes.
Is that stressful or is it motivational? I mean, how do you probably
it's a mix of both. Yeah, people are upset sometimes, but a lot of people understand. We're still 2.5-ish years old business. So
we got room to grow.
Yeah, navigating it's been.
And remember, bigger, super big isn't always better.
Oh yeah, no.
Learn that from Guy. From diving.
Yes.
If you blow up too quick, then it can be too much, and it's not good.
No, so our ideal space is like 3,500 to 4,000 square feet with like maybe 100 seats and an outdoor space for people to hang out and play cornhole or just enjoy some live music.
Right.
And
we want to keep it a barbecue shop. We don't want to be necessarily like a company where it's like, whoa, now there's so much going on where there's trucks with going in and out. It's like if we can keep it simple, because then it's easier for time off or whatever. Like Ben's great. He's the last 2 years he's given us off Christmas, a week off for Christmas at both years. So like that's huge, just because it's like, hey, that's spend time with your family, relax. It's like
that's important.
That's
Absolutely.
it sucks because a lot of people have that time off, so that would be when they would want to try us. But that's where that's a bullet Ben took. He's like, hey, I care about my employees in that sense, and that's a week off. It's an easy week off. So
now you just mentioned Guy Fieri. Has he been?
No.
That's one of my dreams. That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
I mean, Bobby has been with him. Like, seriously?
I've talked with Bobby.
We want to earn it.
The Guys Foundation. So maybe I can get my foot in there.
Want to earn it. The right
He's
way.
really an amazing guy. He really is.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
I grew up watching it with my dad from, when I was like 5 or 6.
He'd definitely have to come in the summer, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a winter coat with flames on it.
No, that would be awesome. But no, he has not. Some lady mentioned it. She's like, I'm with like the editing team and I'm going to get him here. And, but,
They had asked me, well, you weren't around then, obviously. Before they went to Bobby, they had asked me, they said, okay, who do you recommend in New Hampshire? And he was like my number one.
Yeah.
He didn't even remember that. When I interviewed him in my podcast, I told him that. He's like, what? You did what? I'm like, Bobby, I don't know.
Speaking of Bobby, we haven't figured out what it's going to be and the menu, but April 18th, we have a collaboration dinner. It's going to be all for charity.
Marcotte.
Fun.
Yes. So it'll be like a 5-course dinner with.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. With the both of us.
Love that.
603 and Tuckaway. Yeah. All for charity.
Love it.
So US Foods is going to donate some product.
There you go.
PFG is going to donate some products and just try to cook it and give it all away. Do some raffles with other local businesses and, silent auction.
I love doing the podcast, just hearing everybody's story.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I met Dante.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dante.
Another one, right? I've known Bobby a little story about Bobby. I used to have a radio show years ago and Tuckaway had just opened, but it was on the map. It was like, whoa, this is the place. Like, oh my gosh. And I remember asking him to come on. He's like, yeah, sure. So whatever. So it was in this studio. I had a show at the Palace in Concord, but then anyway, that we call that our green room before the studio, because I always had like 2 or 3 guests on during the 2 hours. And I remember, breaking to commercial and saying, I'll be back, with Bobby Marcotte, blah, blah, blah. And I walk out and I walked right past him and I'm like, oh my gosh, where is he? And, and he goes, Carol? I'm like, yeah. Like, he goes, I'm Bobby. I'm like, you're Bobby? I'm like, you look like a little kid. It was so funny when he looked young. I mean, he is younger than me, but, this was like, how long has Tuckaway been around? 15 years.
14 years.
14, 15 years. Yeah. So it was probably like 14 years ago.
I almost can't remember.
But he just looked so young. I was like, just like you guys. I mean, what, 24, 25?
26 now.
26.
Thank you. I'll take 24.
But still, that, you guys are just, you're in your.
I was going to say we're young bucks. That's why I think that's also why it's possible to
definitely
to be doing this. It's it's not necessarily an old man's game, but we'll see. We'll try to make it there. Try to be old men doing it. We'll see.
Okay. What else do you want people to know about 603 Barbecue?
We're trying to expand. We're trying to get bigger, but everything about us, I think, has always been we're going to do it the right way. If we're going to do it. And so we need to find the right space. Yeah. When the right space comes around, we'll do it. But
yeah, I would just say bear with us.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of tell everybody, because I'm out by the smokers. So like people come out all the time and they want to talk to me. And like I love talking to people. Depending. If stuff is coming on or off the smoker, that's when we talk about having a sign that says, don't talk to the smoker. Don't talk to the pitmaster. Well, but I love showing people the smokers. And I love talking to them, and my
husband would love that.
If you're waiting in line, usually people do. They're like, my husband's waiting in line, but I want to come out and see the smokers. So definitely come out and stick someone in line. Come out and chat with me. I'd love.
Yeah, when's the thought to go around back and do that?
Well, because that's a big thing in Texas. Like when we went down to Texas this last time,
I can see
with Jake and our bud Chip. He was showing us around. We were there for 3 days and we.
10 barbecue.
Oh my God. It was like, gives me a headache just thinking about it. It was too much barbecue. 10 barbecue places in 3 days was crazy.
Oh my God.
And Ben is crazy. So like every place it's, we'll take one of everything type of thing.
I do the same thing.
And you got to try it. He's like, you got to try it. So they like when we showed up, they're like waiting for you to come up and like, do you want to see? Do you want to see the
I love
smokers?
that.
Do you want to see the smokers?
I love that.
Which is great. Like that was really cool. But that's because it's almost like you go into a facility. So it's like them opening the smokers for a little bit for you to see. And like, it's not like a crazy, like it doesn't throw a wrench in the
right.
In the mix where,
your situation outside, especially in the winter,
that's where
you can't be opening and closing.
So that's
that
where
all the
it's
time.
like
I see that
people come out, they want to see the smokers, and like I can't necessarily open them all the time, but you can certainly see the fire. You can see the stack of wood I use, and you can. I tell you can get a picture with the smoker. But
I love that.
But yeah, I would just say bear with us. That's what I tell them. I just say, hey, when you're going back in there, bear with us. It might be, if it's a long wait or whatever it is, if there's not enough table seating or. Because it's tough. A lot of people drive, like you said, an hour and a half or 2 hours, like a long drive. I would imagine they would want to spend time at that restaurant. But when we're crazy busy, but they're happy. They're like, I'll take it to go. We'll eat in the car. And that's where it's like, I am extremely grateful for our customers and their willingness to kind of, like I said, bear with us. Yeah. So I would just say appreciate the appreciation, because people love giving us appreciation, but it's not, it does not go unseen. So thank you for all the thanks.
Love it. And you're a Concord guy. I mean, you grew up in Concord. You're in Concord. So what does that mean to you?
Just trying to make where I grew up better.
C-Town.
Yeah.
Shout out. Concord Hospital. You born in Concord Hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're born in Concord Hospital. We're all...
You've been around Concord also.
Everyone on the staff is, with the exception, obviously, of one or two, but we are all... we know the streets of Concord, if you will. We all grew up together. We all went to school. Jake, Andy, and I, we had an apartment together. We've been kind of thick as thieves through high school. So it's cool that we can kind of it felt like a natural.
I mean, you must
step.
see some old teachers.
I was just about to say, we have a teacher that comes in, and she.
I mean, they must be so proud.
Food, yeah, and she said, "There's like 6 classes of Concord High School here."
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
And,
see how many people you guys are touching.
There's still a few teachers that we want to see in there. I don't know if they're ever going to listen to this, but Mr. Pasmahala, I would love to see you.
All right. Did I miss anything that you want to...
I don't think so. No, this is awesome.
Talk about. So before we go to the lightning round, but go ahead.
Oh, lightning. Oh, geez. I would just say, shout out to, it's the crew. It is definitely, it's just 2 of us here right now. Like Jake could be here. And, like we could have all 12 of us in this room right now packed in, and it would be just as interesting and just as like, oh yeah, no, you'd see that everybody has a part on the team. So
I mean, your crew is who your customers see first when they walk in.
Yeah, everybody cares just as much as us, if not more.
That just goes to show what kind of a owner and boss you are. So
thank you.
That's
everybody.
That's a lot.
Everybody tries so hard and is happy to just go to work and work hard. It makes people happy, to get recognition that we do when they drop off a plate of food and they ask how everything was, and this was the best food I've ever had in my life. Like, it feels good.
That's crazy to hear too. We hear that a lot.
When I hear anybody say barbecue, I'm like, have you been? And they're like, no. I'm like, what?
Some people are saying that we're better than Texas.
What planet are you on?
So people are like, some guy online got a bunch of heat because he said we were better than Texas and like the best in the country type of thing, and he got a lot of heat because it's like, I mean, I'm sure if I lived in Texas and someone's like, some New Hampshire boys are doing
so true, right?
Up there. You should really learn from them. I'd be like, what? Some Yankees?
That's funny. Did you ever go to the place in Brattleboro?
No.
Oh, what's it called? Never mind.
I didn't even know Brattleboro existed. What the?
Vermont.
Vermont.
Oh, yeah.
It's like open. I had the name in it and it just left me. Never mind.
I don't know.
Never mind. Okay, so now we do like a little lightning round. I'll just kind of go back and forth. All
right.
Ben, what is your favorite cut of meat to smoke?
Well, my favorite cut of meat to eat is turkey. So yeah, I love doing everyone's Thanksgiving turkeys, and turkey.
All right. How about you, Andrew?
I mean, because I'm out there so long, naturally I would want to say the quickest thing is my favorite thing because it's the quickest and the easiest. But I mean, the briskets are, I can't say the briskets, it's the ribs. I love the ribs. The ribs are great. I also love the ribs because like with a lot of things, it's, you can do it based off of temperature. You want to get an internal temperature on like a brisket on most of the things because that's, you're cooking it from the outside in essentially. But the ribs, you can probe them all you want, but it'll say that it's at a certain temp and then it's done, but you can feel that it's not there. So I love the ribs because that's where I can really use my brain and my feel, where it's like, all
your
right,
expertise.
Exactly. It's like, no, and I love the ribs too. So that's where, and when people say I love, the ribs are my favorite, I give myself a little high five on that one.
Ben, one piece of advice for someone who maybe wants to start a food business.
Don't. Sorry, did you hear that? Oh, did Mike pick that up?
I just interviewed someone earlier, and we said the same thing. You get these people that come up to us and they're like, I want to open up a restaurant. And I'm like, what, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Go work a shift at the diner.
Just eat at them. It's much better just to eat at them.
We love what we do. And,
if you have the passion for it.
And you're the right crazy.
Yeah, do it. But do a lot of research first. And there's a lot of resources that can help you that I never used. I have a meeting with the Small Business Development Center next. After this, they're a free resource that is just dedicated to helping small businesses with navigating whatever business they're in. Like they have restaurant people, they have floral shop people, they have everything.
Right, all different.
Yeah. So they're a huge help. I would say just lean on as much resources as you can, as many resources as you can. And yeah, just do as much research as you can before doing it, because there's a lot of processes and licensing and a lot of stuff to get through at first, and it can be overwhelming. But as soon as you get through it, it's just renewing. So
take the help when you can get it too, because there's gonna be times all throughout that process where it's like there'll be people who are offering a hand, or even when it comes to just working, we'll be like, oh, I'll help you out with the food truck this day. It's like literally everybody who's ever worked for us, whether it's a day or the whole 2 years, it's like we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it right now without them. So I was gonna say, they normally say don't hire your friends, but everybody that works here, we know. There was like maybe 2 people, and this new kid, it's like he applied and we got to know him, and already we like him and he's a good kid. So I know some people say don't hire your friends, but I would say if your friends all worked at restaurants and they know kind of what they're doing and you can trust them, and that helps.
Yeah, I mean that's a
secret.
That's what I meant was kind of rare. Working with friends and it works.
Yeah.
So
there's definitely flaws. Yeah.
Yeah, for now.
Well, and there is, and there always is going to be, but for the most part, it seems like
great. I mean, that's how people.
Definitely the two of you know and respect each position. Each other's position. So, Ben, where is your favorite spot to eat in Concord besides 603 and besides the Red Arrow?
I don't answer.
Yeah, you know the answer. Probably the Red Blazer.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're good people over there.
I like that. How about you?
Now, if I am going for breakfast, it's Red Arrow. Or if I want that brunch, I know. I'm just saying that Queen Dinah. I'm gonna say Dinah now. I feel like a fool.
It's the mugs is Mo and Dinah.
Okay, all right. Longhorns. I know it's crazy, but I like steak. I go around now trying steak everywhere. That's usually what I've been going to now. But Longhorn, just they're consistent. Obviously, nobody's perfect. Especially that feels weird saying a chain restaurant, but the crew. I don't know who the manager is back there, but the crew they got, they are pumping out bomb steaks, bomb fries, good broccoli. In the summertime, they got corn, corn on the cob.
I mean, you must have eaten at Tuckaway.
I don't know if I see. Here's another secret, folks. All the people wondering, I'm not a big foodie. The guy making all your food, eating this food, doesn't eat most of it.
No,
would it blow your mind if I told you I've never had a Texas Twinkie?
Really?
I was gonna say silence. Yeah, no, it's funny. Chip, our Texas bud, there was a good time every time. He's like $50. He's like, you want to try it? You was like, you won't eat one for $50? I'm like, I won't. I'm like, I love saying no. I say no for a living. So I'm like, then it was a game. I'm like, how much you get? 75? But no, I mean, I don't like spice. I'm a wimp. I'm a wimp in that sense. So the idea of placing an entire jalapeno in my face.
You don't know what you're missing.
I know I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm making them. And I also resent them because of how long they take. So it's, but the bacon's good. I've had the bacon off of them. That's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I'm crazy.
Ben, what would be your dream collaboration with who?
That is a good question.
Probably Guy.
Yeah,
he talks about Guy. That's been day one. He's wanted to meet Guy. So
love it. That's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I mean that is like.
Does he warn you? I need a warning. If he pulls up one day and I'm gonna flip my lid.
No, they do. They'll call you, and I mean, you heard Bobby's. It's like priceless. I just love that. He's like, yeah, right, Food Network. But yeah, no, that's just a matter of time for sure. So that'll happen. How about you? Your dream collaboration?
This is food wise. I mean, this is a food podcast, so I would say I imagine you're asking.
I mean, it
food-wise,
is. Yeah.
So now I'm just trying to think of the food.
We've already done it, but Sour Joe's. You love Sour Joe's.
Sour Joe's is great. Yeah, as far as like they got great pizza.
They do have good pizza.
They got good stuff. I mean, but I got simple taste buds. Cheese pizza, please. Cheese for me.
I judge all pizza places by cheese.
You got it. I mean, I don't know why he'd ever do this, but that's shout out Dave Porno. My freaking one bite pizza reviews. That's what got me into cheese pizza's way to go. One bite, everyone knows the rules. That would be a fun thing if he showed up one day.
Guy.
Yeah, he's a Massachusetts guy. We get a lot of Massachusetts people coming up, so like that would
Doesn't he not come to New Hampshire or something?
I don't know.
Isn't there like a thing about that?
Didn't he? He went to.
No, he did a New Hampshire pizza place.
Yeah, he did a couple New Hampshire pizza places.
But that's the thing is he does pizza places, and then like in the video, someone will be like, "Oh, you gotta try this place," and then like he'll maybe coincidentally go do that. So like that would be a crazy cool stars aligning thing. That would be a fun thing.
Love it. Did we miss anything, Ben?
I don't think
that you want to mention.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much.
I was like we were talking about before. I listened to a lot of podcasts, so I was nervous. But
there was nothing to be nervous about, right?
Oh, this is great. You're great. Thanks, Carol.
I was nervous. This was a long time coming.
I wasn't sure. I mean, some people, they get nervous, but then, I wasn't sure.
That's why I'm here. It's a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Every time I saw you, I'm like, I need him on my show.
Yes, we made it happen.
No, I love hearing the stories. I just love it. Love it. Love it.
I'll come back for a true crime podcast one day. We'll do a podcast.
There you go.
It'll be fun.
Love it. Love it. That's my favorite. But anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your stories with me. And
Carol.
I will see you in line soon.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, definitely. See you at the Smokers.
Yes. Yeah. I want a picture in front of the smoke.
Yeah, I'll get a picture with you.